Alright, sweet. Welcome back to another Amulet stream. What we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be playing about a list that I talked about earlier today in the previous video, where we're going to be playing the list suggested by Dom Harvey, and we're going to see how it works out. There are some things that I agree with the list, and some things that I don't agree so much with the list. But there's only a way to figure out um, whether this stuff works or it doesn't, which is just to fire up League, do this, choose the correct deck, say okay, and play a League. I'm gonna see how things work out right here. If you like the single out card that puts Amulet over the top of its Amulet itself, it's the only card that enables breaking the turn 4 rule. Yeah, but like the deck can very much exist. In fact, the deck is still very good without the Amulet. So, yeah, I don't know. An Amulet has been good all this time. Yes, yes, I like this. Yes, I like this. So we're probably gonna fetch for a basic forest, but I want once upon first. To be honest, the turn 4 rule is not really a thing in Modern anymore. Yeah, Infect can kill you on turn 2. Storm kills you very reliably on turn 3. The turn 4 rule is not a thing. I guess I'm gonna get a redundant. Oh, I actually made a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the redundant right. I should have gotten one of the lands. Only Modern mana that I'd expect is Once Upon a Time. Yeah, sure. I can see that. Castle must be banned. Nah, Castle's fine. Honestly, Allosaurus Rider needs to be banned. That's the only card that needs to be banned. Everything else is just like, if they want to mount Once Upon a Time, that's fine. If they want to, like, they can ban some cards, and it's just kind of fine. But there's only one card that they should ban, which I think is just egregious, and that is Allosaurus Rider. Everything else is kind of whatever. I could take it or leave it. Expect 0 Modern bans, but Pioneer bans? Yeah, sure. When I'm going to start a kill on turn 2, 3, Infect, Storm, Neobrand, killing on 2 and 3 as well. The turn 4 rule, and anything Wizard Costa said about that went out the window in my book. Yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure. Once Upon a Time is just better than any other cantrips? Yeah, because all the cantrips that are better than Once Upon a Time are just not legal. Which is Ponder and Preordain, right? Field of Ruin. This is gonna be pretty telling right here. So my opponent clearly has like a mana leak or something, based on them not fielding my Searing Growth Chamber, because that would have fixed their mana in order to keep up the charm thing, which I can't remember the name. And now that is resolved, we can just not do anything. So they're gonna field the field most likely, which makes sense. So I have done blue-black control. Creeping Tar Pit sounds a little bit weird. Blue-black control, maybe fairies? Because I mean, you don't play Go for the Throat if you're like you need to just be playing blue black in order to play Go for the Throat. Otherwise, this is just not a playable Magic card. Like if you're playing red, you will play Terminate over this. I guess it is a playable Magic card though. It's just there's so many splash colors, and if you're splashing anything, you would 100% not be playing this card. At least you'll take Ponder over Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I mean Ponder is just objectively better than Once Upon a Time, right? That's just a fact. Honestly, I suspect it's just gonna be like a Pioneer, maybe Legacy ban. Sweet. So my opponent is actually dead. I guess they could have double Force of Negation. They seem to be on just like a straight up blue-black control. Literally my last fetchable. That's hilarious. I usually this is like why I don't like this this many fetch lands. I just really dislike it. Like it's very real. They just ran out of fetchables. This is not the first time this has happened to me. You get Street Man if on the draw step. Yeah, but that's the point. Like this is a card that is not uncommon to see it play. This and Path to Exile. So it's not a to be fair. Like I in fact that's my point. Like that is why I'm saying that you run out of fetchables. And why I don't like a third fetch. And even just playing two, it seems like honestly sometimes it feels like too many. Sure. How about this one? This one resolves. Well, you dead now. Classic turn 5 Primeval Titan. So broken. Ban it. Ban it. Ban the turn 5 Primeval Titan. It's too strong. Too strong. How did the punt version league go? Mediocre. I just went 3-2. Guess I'm gonna take out the scouts and bring back the steerings. Could shape one land, maybe one castle. To play Summoner's Pact? I kinda don't know though. Just don't have many cards in my sideboard that I would like to be bringing in. Just look at that, the John, Shadow, Prowess, Ursa, all of these decks are represented in Modern right now, and all of them have ways to defeat Amulet. Yep, in fact, some of them are actually terrible matchups. Like Shadow. Certainly wouldn't come close to that 30% still, though. 30% of the meta, you mean? I really just don't get some of the card choices Punt runs sometimes. I mean, they make sense once he explains them to you, but sometimes you are kind of left with the question: is this better than something else? But Punt is he's very smart. he makes very unconventional decisions, but like none of his cards are randomly put there, right? If Once Upon a Time was blue, how much would that go up? I think that the cantrip decks still want to play Ponder over Once Upon a Time. It's the fact that you get to choose what your next draft steps are gonna be. With Once Upon a Time doesn't allow you to do. That is where the power level comes from, right? If you like the cards, you keep them on top of your deck. If you don't like the cards, you shuffle them away. With a fetch land or something. So I'm pretty sure that even if it were blue, it would still be. Yeah, I think I have to keep a hand like this. So she did a good job last week by showing that Amulet is not a Hogak or Simic Ursa type of tier 1 deck. Exactly. So like the thing that Amulet has is that it's just a fine deck to have as tier 1 because it is very easy to target. Like if you want to beat Amulet, it's very easy to beat Amulet if you want to build your deck and you want to use your sideboard cards to beat it. I'm playing around Shadow of Doubt, by the way. That's why I did not fetch end step. There's a lot of availability in Blue Count and Legacy? Yes, there is, but also Ponder is better than Once Upon a Time if you had to spend 2 mana for it. Like all the combo decks, sometimes the combo decks just don't want to find the combo decks don't want to find a creature or land, right? As easy as that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna make all my land drops. So if my opponent wants to minus the Liana on my Azusa, I'm fine letting her go. Death and Taxes easy win against Titan? That's just not true. Easy win against Titan? Neobrand. Um, what else? Mill. Storm. Those decks have good Titan matchups. Death and Taxes. If you're playing against a bad Titan player, Death and Taxes has a good matchup. If you're playing against a good Titan player, then Death and Taxes has a really bad matchup, actually. I have an extremely positive win rate against Death and Taxes. Like, once you know what their tricks are, it's actually easy to play around them. Do you ever play Titan Field deck? No Amulet? If not, why? Because it's more boring. I find it more boring. What do I think of Neobrand Titan? It's a meme. Like, that's the point, man, of mystery. It was a meme that John made as a joke on Twitter. It's just a meme. Please don't play the Neobrand Titan deck. It's not gonna go well for you. Actually, you might like win a game or two. That wouldn't be extremely crazy. Jagular, thank you for the follow. Can we all please draw a card and discard the card? That would be awesome if you wanted to do that, opponent. I think I'm actually going to pitch the castle here to the Lily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have access to double mana leak. Oh yes, please. Can I draw? Can I draw, please, opponent? Please. Cryptic command? Nah. Just when I defeated 8 games in a row with your exact 75 at the weekly mode tournament. Nice, Juggler. Congratulations. That's pretty good. Amulet beats Taxes, Hate Bears beats Amulet. I disagree with that. Any of those like white stupid decks just get owned by Amulet in my opinion. If you're good at playing Amulet, you're probably gonna win those matchups. If you're not very good at playing Amulet, then you might lose, of course. But I think I'd rather have a Rot Farm in play than this basic forest. I do get super owned by Damping Sphere. That's fine. All the inhibitors decks have to get very lucky, or their controller must be very good, which might be. But even against a good Amulet player beats a good Taxes player, in my opinion. Another Ashiok. Please don't have another Ashiok. Next week there is a ban update from Wizard. You think something is in Modern? Maybe once upon a time. Hopefully it's the Dryad. Very, very hopefully it's nothing. Or Neobrand. Something from Neobrand. That would be the best. Yeah, so we find ourselves in a situation where, if we draw a Titan, we're gonna win very easily. We don't draw a Titan. We did a Titan. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My opponent only has a black source available. So here this is gonna be Field of the Dead plus Hungry Battlements. Let's get some of these going. And I think I'm actually going to clear the Liliana here, or I might clear the Narset actually. My opponent says GG's. I think I was actually going to clear the Narset there. I guess the Liliana, if I clear the Liliana, it allows me to actually set up another Titan. So maybe that's the line. But it's certainly worth discussing. 1-0. Oh, that's Sultai for life. I think that right after the latest bannings, they won a challenge with a blue-black control list. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's what it was. It's actually a pretty sweet looking blue-black list. Different to what Aspiring Spike has been working on. Yeah. It's kind of sad. This is a sad double Amulet hand because we're not gonna get to win too quickly. I know we still need some work to do. We still have some work to do here. No Chalice, sweet. Chalice for 0. That's kind of annoying, actually. The question here is, do I want to play this or do I want to play this? I think I want to play this. And we don't have access to explosives, so we cannot get rid of this chalice. We're gonna have to play through it. So we just have to get lucky. We just have to naturally draw a Titan. What do you think of the great presses of Eldrazi in Modern Showcase? That's great for us. Makes me happy. That's what I think about it. Actually, I should not have done that. Because now they can go get Expedition. They go get Blaststone with Expedition map. I mean, does it even matter though? Like, I can't transmute for anything. Like, nothing really matters because I can't answer this Chalice. We're really awfully set up against the Chalice game 1 with this list. Probably gonna get the Blaststone here. We don't have. We do have Ghost Quarter, so I guess we can Ghost Quarter this if we wanted to. Honestly, it seems better than not doing anything. Chalice for 1, you got it. Prime time? Pog. So we can get rid of the Chalice, so what we can do is we can transmute for field. Now we're gonna need to find a roundabout way of doing this. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transmute for Simic Growth Chamber. Just so I can continue transmuting. I'm gonna get transmute for field. Sure. I just want to make sure that I have mana after my opponent gets rid of my things. I just don't have enough time to go squatter this, so I'm just gonna go with Field of the Dead here and attempt to eventually get there. And I think this turn I'm just gonna jump. No use in playing out this castle, so I'm just gonna do this. Pass the turn. Dismember Asusa's good. Dismember killing Asusa means that one of my Dryads not gonna die. Play this, pass the turn. For the breach deck. Oh, why there was a bunch of Eldrazi decks? I have no idea. It's just a solid deck. I'm pretty sure that it must have a good breach matchup. Prime time, just no prime time, never lucky. No prime time, never lucky. All right, dismembers, Beast Withins, Tireless Trucker, Sage Force, Pact. Whoops. Steering's out. Couple of scouts and 1 Cavern of Souls. Yeah, Cavern of Souls. Alright, let's go. Mm. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna play Forest on 2 because I have to guarantee that I play Azusa on 3. And the way to do this is to play Signal Chamber on 2. So we're gonna do Forest. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm gonna lead on until the West. If I top deck a Scout off the top, it's kind of whatever. Put him to 5. Maybe turn 3 Tron. Chalice. Sorcerer Spiteless, sure. I wonder why they bring this in. Do they have dead cards against us? Do I like the extra bounce land? Yes, yes I do. It's been pretty good. Tularia West, you got Pog. Just Natty Tron. Just the Natty Tron. I think I'm gonna take this attack. And then I'm going to end step force Pichina Susa. I'm gonna try to get lucky here. Easy. So even if they have all this dust here, this is just probably too much for them to come back from. I should attack with Asusa, just get the 1 point in. Sometimes a little lucky. It happens. Another Spyglass, interesting. Doesn't really do much. Wanna attack? No attacks from opponent. Coward. So here we're gonna do just Vesuva plus Ghost Squatter. Vesuva copying field. Gonna bounce and replay Ghost Squatter, make more Sombos. You'll know the drill. Seems not easy for my opponent to win here. Easy. Easy. I think we're good. So we just present the same. Interesting hand. Interesting hand. I think I'm gonna keep it. It might backfire. It might backfire, but we have access to an amulet, we have access to a castle. Second amulet, okay. Bounce land is exactly what I was looking for. We're passing a prime time there, but like we didn't have prime time mana anyway. Maybe I should have taken the prime time. It's just like it's so bad in the face of Thought Knot if I take a prime time there. It's gonna be another chalice for 1 this time. Sure. I think I'm gonna play the tracker right now. I just want to get a clock going, and if I wait one more turn, not only do I run the risk of getting thought knotted, but I also run the risk of I still have to wait yet one more turn. You see, but I still have to wait yet one more turn before I can actually get value from this tracker. So nothing that I can draw into here, so I'm just gonna pass, I think. Now, if my opponent attacks, we actually have a question there. Another Thought Knot Smasher. Ugh. That's actually quite annoying. But this tracker can outsize both of these. Suva. Yeah, I think we just take it here. Azusa? Jesus. So you have to draw a prime time here. Also, my opponent played the Chalice on 1, no Chalice on 0. What is this? Another Smasher? That's brutal. This guy's fine. This is actually good for me that my opponent played this main phase. It's gonna give me... Now I can safely block and trade with this slot, not if I want to. Depending on what I find here. What do we find? Titan? Tolaria West. I don't think I can take this, so I think I'm just going to trade with the Thought Knot to draw one more card. Torpor Orb, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. What to do here? I think we're kind of dead here. Usually it's correct. Lol. Usually it's correct for the Chalice to be on 0, but somehow. So I can play T West Pact for Asusa or Dryad. I'm just short. Oh, I could have Ghost Quarter myself to outgrow the Thought Knot. You're right. Maybe that would have been... Could I have... No, I couldn't have cracked both clues, however. Yeah, we're just dead. I was trying to see if I can gain enough life. But I only gain up to 5, and then the Smasher just kills me, so I can't even chump. I actually can't even gain up to 5. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I could have cracked both clues. Yeah, maybe that would have been a better line. Putting me behind on land drops, it's pretty bad, but just having a 6/5 in play when my opponent is attacking me with a 4/4. That might have been the line actually. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. If that line was available to me, I should have at least considered it. It's a classic play to go squatter yourself back from the value town days when that deck was playable somehow. The regionals I'm attending is the one in San Diego. Okay, so we're looking for a castle here of this Once Upon a Time. When you play the ultimate deck, Amulet, Ursa, Bridge Titan with main card Sakam. Yeah, no, let's not. No matter how much I want you play the deck, I never know what looks like a keepable hand. I watch you play the deck, I never know it. I mean, this hand would have been like we're on the play, and this hand would have been like a turn 3 or 4 if a turn 4 Titan on the play with enough mana, right? And that's keepable. Alright, so this is probably like the green black. This is probably the deck that ended up winning the event. Well, I guess it's not because there's a Vesuva. Once Upon a Time. Dryad. Sure. And now this. Dryad. Land this. Boom. We have instant speed Ghost Squatter. Well, I guess I'm gonna draw step Ghost Squatter my opponent here, right? Like, I know they have a castle. If they have second castle, that beats, but if they don't, then the Ghost Squatter can actually be quite impactful. Your opinion, top 5 decks for regionals, and one deck I think is going to be seen at regional that isn't good, and a deck you think we should avoid at regionals. Alright. Top 5 decks for regionals: Amulet, Ursa, Bent Stoneblade, the Breach deck, and I'm actually not sure about the last one. I owe you the last one. Any deck you think it's good? I guess some kind of shadow deck. There we go. Any deck you think is gonna be seen at regionals that isn't good? Burn. I think Burn is just strictly worse prowess. Any deck you think we should avoid at regionals? Burn. Or you mean that we would like to not play against? Mill. If the question is the second one, then Mill. Actually, do I didn't see any splash color, but do I have to assume that my opponent's? I feel like I have to assume that my opponent's gonna be bringing in Ashiox, right? With cards with Uroboros, remember, basically isn't a deck anymore. Yeah, it's still gonna get played. It's one of those decks that's gonna be played forever, basically. But I think that it's a strictly worse version of Mono Red Prowess. I think Mono Red Prowess is much better by a significant amount. I think explosives might be necessary to blow up Ashiok. some scouts a little bit, chaining on 1 pack because of Ashiok. And let's do this. The 6-second Titan. What is the logic of Flash Freeze over Aether Gust? One of them answers the Titan for good, while the other one only delays it. Oh man, this hand is amazing. Also, these counters, I guess they counter the same thing. Never mind. Prowess seems much better, but we'll always see play. Of course, it's a budget deck in Modern. Yeah, I mean it's not that much of a budget deck. Play Scout, pass the turn. We need to draw any land. We might get Memoricided on turn 3 though, which would be backbreaking. Feels bad, man. Oh, this is so bad. Because if I want to Flash Freeze a Titan, I cannot play this Azusa here. Which means that my Titan gets delayed. I guess it doesn't. Okay, so we just pass the turn here. If anyone Once Upon a Time, Amulet loses tier 1? No. What card will replace it? Probably Steerings. Flash Freeze? Yeah, we're playing Dom's list right here. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. I don't think this is better than Gust. Memoricide. Yeah, Cranial Extraction. Yeah, we kind of just lose here. I'd rather just like not show my opponent the deck. Alright, so they are playing that version of the deck, so I guess that we need to track her just to diversify our threats. Not so scared about Ashiok, I'm more scared about that cranial extraction. Sure. If this amulet doesn't get answered, then this hand is excellent. If the amulet does get answered, we might be in trouble. What are my thoughts on delaying the side? It's reasonable. I did play with it a little bit, and it was okay. Hey Alex, how's it going? Doing pretty fine, just doing pretty fine here. So we do this, we play this, we tap for green, cast Azusa, cast Stacy, sorry. So we can actually Titan this turn, which is pretty fucking awesome. Easy. Easy. How do you eat cranial extraction? Kill them before they get to 4 mana. You saw it here first. You saw it here first. That's how you beat cranial extraction. Remember when Amulet was cheap to buy? Yeah, that was in the summer bloom days when Azusa was like $3, $5. What are some important cyber pieces in the mid-range heavy meta? Tyler Tracker, Field of the Dead. You can play Uro. I don't think it's too great. It's just fine. You can play Thragtusk. Bounce Hands and Scout is a combo, no reason to give it up. Exactly. Yeah, actually, good point. Like if we had been playing instead of playing Scout, we would have been playing Sloth there. We would have not been able to do the stuff that we did. Just throwing that out there. So we turn 1 Scout, turn 2 land, turn 3 Steerings into something. We're on the draw. We can mulligan this. Oh, my opponent says that they're a sub. Not in chat, like now, I promise. Oh, thank you. Good luck. Forgot Evos and Greaser Brand. Yeah. I'm dumb, and I chose to play a good version of the deck instead of a bad one. I'm sorry. Sorry if I disappoint you, Shadow. So we're actually gonna keep this. We have ways to buy time, and if this finds a Titan, we have a turn 4 Titan. I think that I'm going to bottom the Valakut here. The fact that we already have all the Titan mana rolled up and ready to go, it's good for us. We're playing against Storm. Shit. Is it worth playing Dryad without Valakuts? Much less so. Might find Scout here. We don't. We find T-West. Does that change anything? I guess I'd rather have the T-West than something else. So now we can fetch. We can just shock Breeding Pool. So they're playing Storm. Alright, so we're just dead here probably. Oh, we actually don't have access to Bojuka Bog here, so if this is a gift, this is just determinist. Yeah. Womp womp. Post-board things do get better for us. Steerings, I like Amulet. We can shave 1 Titan. Field of the Dead comes out. Radiant Fountain comes out. Ghost Quarter. Bog, Pact. Once Upon, Dispute, Dismembers. Let's do this. It's not like we're close to doing anything impactful. Yeah, I didn't scoop too early. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. Like, it's gonna be better than what we can do. This is a nice hand though. So turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Dryad. They hold up Flash Freeze. Turn 3 Amulet. This is the kind of hand that we need to beat Storm. Oops. I'm doing it like this so I can hold up Flash Freeze without showing my opponent that I have another bounce land. We were there when they untapped and could interact fine. Yeah, I was not winning. We don't have Bojugabog, right? Like the only out that I could have had was to like Bojugabog my opponent's graveyard and mess them up that way, but it's not in my main deck, so it would have just been a waste of time. Alright, so we're going to attack first. And I'm going to play land. Bounce, play another land. Play a Dryad. Playing around Remand here. By doing this, now I finish the turn with one more land in play, and I can actually Flash Freeze whatever my opponent plays. Pieces of the puzzle. We're good here. Play this. Play this. Prime time. Yes. Valakut battlements. Target. Titan. We get Visua plus Valakut, and that should be 18. Yep. 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 I already forgot about Storm showing in 2019. Little chat. Yeah. It's been a minute since Storm has been dominating. It's still a good deck, though. I think it's still a very good deck. Aria's Gas. Yeah. I don't think my opponent should be bringing in Aria, I guess. They can, if they wanted to. So this hand has no interaction at all. My opponent kept 7. We can fetch for a basic forest. Yeah, I think we have to ship it. It's too slow. Guess we keep this. Bottom this, and bottom the Flash Freeze that we can't cast. End of turn, Fight of Fiction, you lose. Those were the days. Yep, I missed those days. Those were some good days. Those were some good days. I'm just saying, pieces is bad. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Pieces might be reasonable. So that guy's dead. Oh, cool. This is kind of gross, honestly. I guess the forest is better. Oh man. Come on, this member of the top. Oh, they miss the land drop, so their hand is like absolute gasoline. Gross. Asusa, at least? No. More prime times. This is why I side out one. Maybe I should be siding out two prime times in this matchup. If only I had access to 6 lands, I could pack for Dryad. But if my opponent chooses to go for it here, and they actually have it, then I'm dead. Don't scoop to red guess. I mean, I have cards that I can draw towards now, right? I scoop when I'm dead. When my win percentage is just not okay. Like right here, with what I've seen so far, my opponent can whiff here. It's not likely, but they can whiff. In the previous game, I couldn't threaten to do anything. That's why I scooped. And they're still holding up Remand right here. Maybe I should have spent that turn to pact for Dryad, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have spent that turn to pact for Dryad. Is there no merit to playing Cavern? No, because there's, like, even if I draw a castle, like, it doesn't matter. It's active in next turn, and I don't want to show. I want my opponent, like, I think they have a Remand, and I want them to not do stuff because they're holding up Remand. If they know that I have a Cavern, then they're not going to hold up Remand anymore. But I should have probably have pacted for Dryad the turn prior. Because now, like, this Titan doesn't really do anything, right? It just bogs my opponent, but that's it. Go down to 5 now. We're dead super easy now. Which is pretty funny. So we're going to do a bog plus bounce, I guess. Turn 6 Titan. Pog. Pog. Wow. No fields. But it's better for me. Like, my opponent's not beating me by attacking here, right? They can just combo off. Like, now they are, because I don't have anything else. So having access to Wajuga box so my opponent cannot get value from their stuff seems more valuable to me there. Man, that was unsubstantiated. I had not seen that one in a minute now. Yeah. I don't have field, and I also don't have I don't have Radiant Fountain. So I actually have to do this on Scout, because again, I think they might have Remand, and I can't afford for them to Remand my dude. So I have to chomp, like, I guess, profitably block and chomp. But if I get to survive, then I can actually pack for Dryad, and I can actually present lethal. I don't think it's going to get there. It's not going to get to that, but it's still a really funny situation that we find ourselves in. LOL. GG's. The classic play morale to sack it. It's so funny that just like Electromancer and Baral Beats just got there. Yeah, that was an extremely weird game. That's not at all how that matchup plays out. Like I've been playing against Storm for years, and I think I have died like that maybe like 2 or 3 times. It's not common at all. It's not common at all for the matchup to play out that way. To creature good human. Yeah, especially because like they play maybe like 2 Electromancers, 3 at most, and they play the full 4 barrels, and the barrel is of course half the clock. So we have Titan mana. So all we're missing here is a Titan, and we can like turn 1 Scout, turn 2 Dryad. Even yeah, this is a pretty pog hand right here. No Titan. Jeez, how unlucky can I be? How unlucky can I be? GG's. S and Galilee. Like that match it just played out in such a weird way. It was hilarious. It was very, very funny. Inquisition here. Yeah, that sucks. So we're gonna pick Castle here. Yeah, that game 3 was pretty ridiculous, honestly. Playing against El Jando. Clearly should have left him field to stave off Electromancers. Clearly. I learned that the hard way. And here we're playing the classic game. Hope I win it. Hope I draw a Titan. Classic game. If I draw a Titan, I win. If I don't find a Titan, I might lose. But it's John, so I actually might have multiple turns to draw it. Oh, is this Cake Man? Okay. Okay, so like things get delayed by 1 turn, I guess. Find the breeding pool. Okay. There's a prime time. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. So yeah, there it's up to you to learn to beat your deck better. Oh, you don't need so much. You don't need so much help. You don't need so much Gale of Galilee. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. The Storm matchup is pretty poor for Amulet. So here, my opponent's Goyf is bigger. So I'm going to... Oh, we don't have Bog. Jeez, man. What is with these people not playing Bajuki Bog? What is with these people not playing Bajuki Bog? Somebody explain to me. State mana. Okay, so I'm missing. I'm 2 turns behind. No blocks, opponent. No blocks. We also don't have explosives, so we literally cannot we cannot get past this Goyf. Only with Valakut. That's hilarious. Oh man, that's brutal. What do we got here? Master Pulse. Okay. Second Goifo. Scoos. Alright, so we play Amulet. We play Simic Growth. Was that a good draw? I don't know if that was a good top deck right there. It's hard to say. Also, my opponent has used the Master Pole, so they are not going to be able to stop the zombie infestation. Starting to think that Amulet draw might have been pretty decent. What do you think, chat? Please tell me more, opponent, how I use your Master Pulse to kill my Primeval Titan. Yep. Yeah, I rarely will go for lethal against my opponent, my Jund opponent, while they're holding up mana. I try to avoid playing into my opponent's cards if I can afford to do it. So if my opponent holding up a fetch land and a black source, I'm not going to go for Dryad. I'm going to go for another prime time, right? Because if I go for a prime time attack and then if I go for a Dryad kill and then my opponent kills the Dryad, then I might give my opponent a chance to catch back up. Amulet was actually good top deck there. Yeah, Lolov. Exactly. Don't think I can keep this hand, unfortunately. I do think I can keep this hand, though. You can send back the Valakut, I guess. They kept 6. Uh-oh. They have discard spells. Bye-bye, Amulet. Motobug? Thoughtseize Bug. Never lucky. Actually, right there, maybe I should have played out the Windswept Heath, now that I think about it. Croxa? Gross. Oh, that's right, they're playing Croxa, they're not playing Bob anymore. I should not be bringing in this member. Ugh. Gross. Yeah, so unfortunately now, because I drew another bounce land, I have to guarantee that I have Dryad mana next turn, so if my opponent has a Fulminator, we basically just lose the game right here. But I don't think I can afford to play around it. Yeah, ugh. Gross. Gross! Yep, and the same situation for next turn. Man, they're getting very damn close to that Croxa. Whew. Opponent. I have not cast a spell yet, right? So this Once Upon a Time is live. Liliana. Heath. Honestly, Bog would be a legit great draw right here. Would you go Bog? I'm really afraid of this Croxa here. So we're gonna play land plus land. So I guess I need an untapped source here. Because that's the only way that I can cast a Titan next turn. Oh, I'm stupid. Like, they have a Liana that they're gonna minus. Ugh. so many things. So many things to think about. I should have gone to the Dryad, right? Like this Dryad, this one right here is not surviving, right? So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should have definitely gone to the Dryad there. Uh, but Jigabog. God damn it. Ah! Ah! I mean, I guess I forced my opponent to minus the Liliana here. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, chat. It's not looking good. Croxa's coming back now. Seven, 9, 11. They should have 100% gotten back the Croxa. It's so much more pressure than this Tarmogoyf. Because it's also attacking my hand at a very, very quick rate. Should have 100% attacked my hand with the Croxa. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. To be fair, the Dryad might not have really made a difference. Because, like, I still cannot break through this Tarmogoyf with the Ashok in play. Yeah, so we're just done here. Let's go to game 3. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Why no dispute to fight over Ashiok? Because you just cannot afford to have a counter spell. You cannot afford to have bad mana leak in a matchup like this. That becomes a top deck war so often. We're gonna keep this hand. My opener doesn't really matter, and I have an amulet, and I have a way to interact if I have to, if it gets to that. Finally come in time. Welcome, Rodolfo. Also, I really dislike mulliganing against Junt. Not YouTube this time, nice. Celestial Purge seems better than Dispute. Yep, but it's way harder to splash. Way harder to splash. The correct thing here is to play the castle, because if I draw an Azusa or a Primetime, I can actually cast it. I guess I'm missing a bounce, so never mind. Never mind. Now the question is, do I want to play around Ashiok, or do I want to play around the Rod Farm? Okay. Okay. So burning pool here. So my opponent needs Ashiok or Fulminator right now. I guess a Discus Spell also does it. Obviously. Well, I guess I'm F6ing because I'm not casting this Summoner's Pact otherwise, right? Please play another Goy for something irrelevant. Renantix. Pass the turn. Just pass the turn, opponent. God damn it. Wow. If they were gonna do that, then why the hell did they do that post-combat? Because they play badly, obviously. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to figure out if there's anything that they could be holding up, and that's why they did that. Also, we are only playing one explosive, so that's it. Like we cannot clear this up just in a single swing. Pillage my castle. Sure. I guess I should have played the Foothills there, or maybe even the Vesuva copy my opponent's Overgrown Tomb. Or the Blood Crypt. Actually, the Blood Crypt was better. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, honestly, they pillaged the wrong thing. They should have pillaged the amulet, unless they have like a K command or some other answer to this. But if they don't, they should have pillaged the amulet for sure. All right. Do we have a prime time? No, we don't. I guess we're technically not dead. Why wasn't I cracking my fetch? Because the thinning is very, very minor. It very rarely matters. Unless we have like... Oh, that's right, that puts a walker in the graveyard. That's actually very smart from my opponent. Like this time they actually didn't miss the extra point of damage. Alright. Feels bad, man, to lose that way. Just drew nothing. Yeah, there were multiple things that I didn't like about this list after playing through a league. So let's go over here. So this is what I would be playing. Number one, Aether Gust better. I like Aether Gust better than the other card. That is just the way it is. Number two, we can cut Azusa, but Steerings just felt super medium there. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing 2 caverns, and I'm only doing 7. So I did like adding another one of these, but I think it's going to be right here. So now we have 2 breeding pools, 2 basic forests, 2 snow-covered forests, main deck Bojugi Bog, and just the one of Misty Rainforest. That is 7 cards that allow us to use Castle more efficiently. What is the upside of waiting? That I might draw into a Field of the Dead or something like that, and I might want to crack to get an extra zombie mode Gallius. Or an extra Valaka trigger. So that is the upside. I did not actually hate the Explorers from Punt's list. I did not like the Gracers though. in the matchups that we played against. So I think I'm closer to cutting Pact of Negation from my main deck than I am to cutting Explosives. Just Explosives is just a nice card to be able to get access to. So what I could see is going for something like this. Maybe so. Bojuka Bog in the main deck, Pact of Negation in the sideboard, Scouts, a couple of Explorers, 3 Asusas. I could see flipping those numbers around too, just like 3 3 Explorers, 2 Asusas. We go up to 4 bounce lands, which I'm happy about. Oh yeah, Strongholds. Stronghold, Sunhome, Boros. So if we wanted to do this, we should cut 1 more land. So if I get to this point, then I think I would cut Bojuka Bog right there. I don't think that we can cut Ghost Squatter. I think that Bog is higher value than Ghost Squatter in the abstract. We could also play 31 lands. I'm not opposed to that. I think I'm gonna keep it at 30 and just keep the Explorers rolling. And here we can cut just 1 Aether Gust. Sultan Divorce Garrison and the Slayers in addition here. Well, I mean that's kind of the point, right? I'm trying to make sure that my draws, my Titan draws when I don't have a Dryad are still powerful, which is what we're losing with the Battlements. Like the Battlements is just terrible, right? It's only there because it allows some new play patterns with a Dryad in play. I still think I like the forecast. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to try tomorrow. Yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna go with tomorrow. Yeah, I'm into this. I'm into this. The only thing is I would like to have access to either a tracker or an Uro in the sideboard. I think I'm gonna keep on testing like the one of Uro on the sideboard. So we can do Uro in place of the second gust. 1 force. Let's do this. Alright, this is what I'm going to try tomorrow. As far as today, that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna be able to play another league because I have to go teach. So thanks everybody for hanging out today. No, I don't have room for everything. That's why I'm trying. Like I need to make concessions, right? But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for doing it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, very happy that you are enjoying some Primeval Titan content. I will hopefully see you soon. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.